Dear students, welcome to Mayura Virtual Academy. In this session, we'll be creating one simple Hello World Android application, and we'll be exploring the Android project structure, and we'll be understanding the different things that Android project will have by default. So hope you have set up Android environment in your local PC. So if you have done, double click on that and you can create new Android Studio project. So you can give your application name. In our case, it is Hello World project, and the company name it can be by default this one only, and your application will be recognized by the package name. If you can change, you can change by using edit. Otherwise, you can leave it aside. And this is the location where the application will be stored. Click on next, and this is the minimum SDK in which your application can run, and let it be for API level 15. Click on next. Now we can choose an empty activity. Android by default provides many activities. We can choose empty activity. Click on next. Finish. So Android Studio will create an application for you. Once the application is set up, so it will have three main components. One is the manifest part, second one is the Java part, and third one is the resources part. All the entries of your application should be registered in the manifest file, and all the business core logic will be written in Java file. Other than Java things, we'll be using drivers, layout files, and images and font size. All those other details which is apart from Java things will be present in the resource folder. So now let us have a look at manifest file. The manifest file is it forms the most important component of an Android application. It will have all the information that is with respect to your application. In our case, we have created an the project with the application name as Hello World project, and your application's icon by default it will be using IC Launcher. We can change whatever the thing that is required, and it will be using the default app theme. And since we have created the application with one activity, Android has created that as the launcher activity. So we have used the intent filters with the category as launcher and action as main. So whenever the application is launched, this main activity will be the entry point for your application. So other part is the Java part. This is the activity that will be visible to the user on the launch of the application. So onCreate method will be the entry point for your application. Inside onCreate activity, we will be inflating the XML file, that is layout, which will be visible to the user. This layout will be present in the resource folder. So in the resources, you can go to the layout and you can check an activity. So this is the layout that is visible to the user on the launch of your application. So this is the UI design and the corresponding XML layout. And your launcher application, the application will be having the icon, and it will be using the default IC Launcher as your application icon, and that will be present in midmap folder. The other important part of the application is Gradle script. So in most of the cases, we won't be touching the Gradle script until and unless if your application needs third-party plugins. Only in that situations we'll be changing the Gradle things. So you can choose module as build.gradle with the module as app. Here it will be having the information about the app. So in the sense on what the version we are compiling the application, and what is the minimum SDK that your application should support, and what is the maximum things. And whenever you release an update, we will be changing the version code. By default it will be 1, and we can change as and when we release the upgrades. So in our case, our application will be running from the devices which support ice cream sandwich, that is the API level 15, to the recent one, which is Android Nougat with the SDK APIs 25. So we'll be compiling the application with the latest thing, that is the build SDK version is 25, and it will be supporting from the devices which has the API level 15 to 25, and this information will be present in the Gradle file. And if you want to include any other third-party the plugins will be having that entries in the dependencies of the Gradle file. Once you make any changes in the Gradle file, you need to go to the build path and you need to rebuild the application so that all that third-party plugin changes will be included into the application. So this is a brief about the Android applications, the folder structure. So now we can execute this. So we can execute the application either through the real-time phone, we can connect and we can install the corresponding drivers. Otherwise, the Android Studio will provide the emulator. It acts as a virtual device to launch our applications and for the debugging purpose, and so that we can create by clicking on AVD Manager. So I have already created one the virtual device. So if you want to, you can click on create new virtual device. You can select the device which you need. So we can select Nexus 6, click on next, and the API, whichever the API that on which you are applying this emulator should run. In our case, we'll be using the latest one, Android Nougat. You can select that and you can click on next. You can give the device virtual name whatever you need and click finish. So once you click on finish, the Android Studio will be creating the emulator for you. So for better performance and this, we recommend you to have the minimum 2 GB of RAM and 2 GB of free space in the C folder. So once it is done, you can click and run. Once you launch the emulator, it will be running the emulator. Once the emulator is ready, we can launch our application and we can see the output in this emulator. So now you can click on run of the application. Make sure you have app selected in this, and here it will show the connected devices. In our case, it is running, the emulator is running. So you can select that and click on OK. So the application will start building the Gradle and launch the application. Gradle is finished and APK for this application will be generated and pushed into the device, and the application will be launched. So now we have successfully created one Android project, that is Hello World project, and we have executed the same. So thank you. Have a great day.